Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a great Tuesday and you've had a great weekend, and a good Monday for that matter. Steven, good streaming Tuesday to you, Shawn. Good day, Steven. Good to see you. General Kenobi, hello there. Good to see you. Hope you are all doing good today. Thank you for swinging by. Very strange. I don't know why this happened, but I got set up. I turned chat on, and then from the time I turned chat on to the time I hit go stream, go live, it turned chat off again. So if anybody was trying to type something and didn't see chat, I apologize. Let's go ahead, knock out some introductions. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn Kozel. Let me get on the other side. I am a photographer. I am based in Germany. Steven Booth over on Twitch. How are you? Good to see you. It's very strange to see you over on Twitch. Stuart, hello, working and lurking. General says, we will use all our resources to unravel this mystery. It's Behance. Mystery solved. Steven, it's been a while. Great to see you. Shawn Kozel, photographer, based in Germany. If you're watching this on Behance, you can click on my icon that's up that way. Bernd, hello. Caroline, hello. And it'll take you to my Behance page, which is thus. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, you're going to see a Linktree link in the description right there. And it'll take you here, in which you will find me every place I am on the interwebs. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. And yeah. And if you want to share your work with me, go ahead, join my Discord, post your work on my Discord, and I'll show it live. Okay, if you're watching this on Behance, is that Comic Sans? No. No, it's not. It's not Comic Sans. I promise. It should be. General is starting on fire today. On fire. Okay. You made me look, though. It really, Linktree doesn't have a ton of options of font options. So you use what you got. All right. If you're watching this on Behance, feel free to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, you can get your very own Glenn. You can download the Illustrator file of Glenn. Steven says the iPad Behance app seems to have dropped the Adobe Live button, hence Twitch. Comic Papyrus for life, Steven says. Did he bust out the Comic Sans? No, I didn't. Now you got me worried. Hold on. Let me... I can't believe you're making me look this up. That's for a CV only. Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. I gotta find out where it is. My Linktree. Wouldn't be there. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's under the search on the iPad. Oh, it's under the search on the iPad app. That's to Steven Booth. On the phone, I'm assuming it's the same. Okay. I'm checking this out, and I don't know if I can actually share this. Okay, I think I can. I don't think there's any information here. Okay, we've got our appearances. Custom background button. Fonts. Capriola. Capriola. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Mafu, hello. I kind of dig Carla. Okay, that's all locked. I can't use those. So I have, because it's locked, I have only just a few choices. Ted, let's go that way. Do that. Okay, so go ahead. Get out of that. Close that one down. Let's reopen the link. Okay. Oh, that looks cheesy. Steven says I don't like change. I'm right there with you, buddy. Right there with you. I'm not a fan, but it looks better than it did. Me. But if it makes General happy, then I'm all for it. General, is this better? Is it worse? Let me know. I'm waiting. We're not moving on until you say something, General. Comic Sans will make me happy. Comics. We're moving on. General said something. We're moving on. By the way, if you like what I do, feel free to buy me a cup of coffee. You can buy me a cup of Joe, and you will get a Budapest wallpaper that I made on Adobe Live. You can download that or buy me a cup of coffee. Serifs always look more cultured. Yeah, but there's a lot of, not a lot of contrast. There's a little bit of contrast going on. Lady Jane, up, duck. Duck. I said duck. Feels, that's really important. The main thing is that the General is happy. Otherwise, we'll have to do extra exercises again. I'm not digging this. Okay, hold on. Wrong button. Let me get back in to my link tree. Okay, there we go. Let's get back into appearance. Okay. Be thankful, Ambassador, you have not found yourself in my grip. I don't know. I'm jumping through all the hoops for you, so I think I am a little bit. Arvo? That feels more like a almost typewriter-esque. Crimson text. Yeah, I'm good with that. Sandrine, hello. Okay. I'm good with that. Is there a way to make it? No. Oh well. Should we go hard shadow? Nah, we'll go soft shadow. Ooh, that hard shadow. That does not look good. I like it though. kind of like it. Oh, Lord, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Can you change the color? That's all it needs. Which color? Ooh. Baptiste, hello. And you know what? This is my stream. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. But do not ask people to look at your work. Do not ask people to follow. None of that stuff. You don't like the purple. Okay. Let's go. Go with a deep. Ooh, that's not good. Arthur, hello. Ooh, that's not bad. I do a darker version of the original color, but I am a Palin Lady Jane. Okay. Bap? I can tell you haven't been in my streams before. Oh, plain Lady Jane. Okay. My streams are all about tangents. I feel that's too saturated. I'm okay with it. Maxence, hello. Too saturated still. Let me grab that shadow. Okay. We're gonna call that good. We are done. There's an invasion here. I'm here to moderate if needs be. Well, thank you, Sandrine. Don't pull that one on me, kids. Oh. Steven. I don't want to say that name because it's so bad, but I believe she walked across the sand bridge and ended up in Russia. Oh, Maxon. No. People, okay, big head mode. Big head. All right. This is how things work on Behance along with other live streams. All live streams, and this is everybody. When you come into chat, don't say follow me, don't say look at my work, say hello, maybe introduce yourself. Say, hi, I'm a graphic designer, I'm an illustrator, whatever, I'm a photographer. Go ahead, you can say that. Don't put links in and look at other people's work. Now, let me show you. If you come over here and you click on somebody's icon, not the name, the icon. So let me move chat out of the way. You can give them a follow by clicking on their icon, come over here, hit the follow, and in turn, people will come and look at your work and possibly follow you. So it is a vicious cycle. General. It's a vicious cycle of how to build a community. It's just... Mr. Kenobi is new to the stream. Okay. Yes, and Sandrine has a great point. If you do that, if you say, look at my work, if you say, follow me, that is a guaranteed way not to get followed, not to get your work looked at, because it's annoying. New in the stream says, who is that Mr. Kenobi? He sounds interesting. He sounds handsome. He's a handsome guy. Okay. Oh, all right. So we've fixed my link tree. I've plugged myself enough. Michelle, hello. By the way, I don't think I had the opportunity yet. Michelle, congratulations on being one of our new community experts. Also, I gotta say this. From where we were a couple years ago, to where we are now, I am so proud of this community. Sandrine, Michelle, Jane, and everyone else that I'm missing, even part of the Firefly Discord, that have become involved within the community experts, which have become involved with the Adobe programs. Think about where we were, how new we were just a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago. So for us as a group, I was joking with Jane that it's wonderful to see so much of our community being part of it and seeing all the familiar faces. And next, we're going to take over Adobe. Jane said no, she had to lie down first, but maybe. Okay, I think that's enough about me. Let's jump over into the Discord. Mafu says, I'm learning with everyone too. And Jane said, oh no, I don't want that job. Yeah, not right now. Not right now. Adobe just can't seem to get out of its own way right now. Everybody knows I love Adobe. I'm an Adobe ambassador. I'm an Adobe community expert. Everybody knows everything I do with Adobe. But wow. Wow. So, okay, we got a couple things to look at. We have Brandenburger Gate in Berlin from Nicholas. But we do rather want to hide away at the moment. Yes. Yes, we do. This is always, I'm assuming this was done with the phone. It's a little oversaturated. You can tell with the greens that we've got going up here, the pigments. But one of these, I love this style of photo. Make sure it's straight. Use your straight feature. If your phone has guides, use guides. Try to get everything straight and dead center. Whenever you are doing this type of leading lines, I always really try to make sure that you've got a straight gate. And also this looks actually pretty decent. Nah, it's slightly off. But from this tangent here to this tangent on the other side over here, you want that to also be straight. So within the Lightroom app, if you're on the phone, you can actually go in and make sure that both of those are straight. So, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. But fun photo. I think I've got probably the exact same one, or pretty close. Different time of day. Nicholas, thank you for sharing. Now, Sandrine, speaking of looking out for us, in the stream chat, and let me put this into chat. Sandrine says, just found out that one for people who would like to learn Lightroom but are afraid to start with Lightroom Classic and the concepts of catalogs, etc. The Adobe Academy, Lightroom Adobe Academy, will open the web version of the app. You can link images taken with your phone if you have Lightroom Mobile on the phone. With the Lightroom Academy section, you will find complete tutorials in app, meaning that you don't have to leave the page. You will also find exercises at the end of the lessons. Not only you can learn about Lightroom, but also the principles of photography in general. This is a very cool resource, and I did not know about it. So yeah, I know what's new. So this is, as you can see, this has opened up Lightroom on the web. And as you scroll through, Sandrine says, I didn't neither. Why do they hide these things from us? Apparently it's not new. Like, I've heard of it, but this is really cool. So at the home page, you've got your overview, photographic principles, photography genres, and image editing. Then you've got night photography, food photography, Lightroom essentials, Lightroom in black and white, travel photography, composition techniques, and as you scroll down, you have the 5 pillars of the Lightroom Academy. Then what you'll find, this is really, really cool. You have interactive challenges, you've on your own exercises, and including resources. So this is really, really cool. You can get into your composition techniques, introduction to composition, fill the frame, get closer, really closer. You can always come down. Let me switch sides. Underneath, let me turn off my lower thirds. Down here, you'll see more. So you can click on that, bring up more. We've got our photography genres, introduction to night photography. Is it true that, Is it true that Adobe uses files stored by users in Creative Cloud and resells them as templates? Absolutely 100% not. No, I have never heard anybody say that. No, it doesn't. Not at all. Adobe does not, and I repeat, Adobe does not use your images or artwork for anything. Now, I know everything's been said and people have been coming up with outlandish speculations. So the thing is, the only thing that Adobe has in the past used to train, let's say, Firefly, is Adobe stock images, in which I uploaded Adobe stock images and I got paid. I got cash money from Adobe for Adobe using the images that I uploaded to Adobe stock to train Firefly. Okay? That's it. Now, as for Adobe looking at your images, there's 2 things that you have to think about. And Jane brought up a wonderful, wonderful point. And Jane is a community expert and explained this so well. In the past, for decades, we have always given, because I'm wonderful. That's true, Jane, you are. We've always got the terms and conditions, and we've always given Adobe approval to look at our images. Because anytime that you open an app and you get the thumbnails, and what should I open? Let's open Illustrator. And you get thumbnails at the beginning. Those Adobe, you've given Adobe permission. So for as long as I've used Adobe apps, I've given Adobe permission to look at my file and to create the thumbnail. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's everyone's talking about in-app tutorials. Yep, yeah, I know. Okay, so bring this up. So Adobe, I have given Adobe permission, and these are within the cloud. Not just Adobe, it's in every software I've ever had. Yes. So as you can see here, Adobe is looking at my file, and that is that a cloud file? I don't think it is. I know I've got cloud files. Well, anyway, they have permission to look at the file to bring up the thumbnail. So this is not new. Now, the idea that people have been coming around and saying, you know, And I'm the first one to say that Adobe used poor language in their most recent terms and conditions. Bad language, bad timing. And that is perfectly wonderful to question Adobe. Now, I'm question. If you do not question these companies at some point, and I'm talking Adobe, Facebook, everybody, Meta, if you don't question them, something's wrong with you. So I don't have an issue the fact that people question, it's the fact that it's gone so over the top that Adobe is going to steal and sell all of your work right under your nose. Can you imagine? I mean, like, Adobe's lifeblood is us. Why would you cut the hand off that feeds you? It was dreadful, but people didn't really read either. No, they didn't read it. Sandrine, that's a great point. It was dreadful, but people didn't read it either. They didn't read it, and then other people blew it out of proportions on YouTube, making all these videos and social media statements that were outlandish. And people, instead of reading it themselves and educating themselves, they're taking what they see on social media as fact. No, what I'm saying here, don't believe anything I say. Question it. I'm on social media. I'm doing a live stream right now. If I say something, question it. Look it up for yourself. There's totally tons of assets that you can actually look for. Look on the Discord. Now, to be honest, I'm a community expert. I try to educate myself the best I can to pass along the best information that I can to you, to the community. There's sometimes I'm wrong. I didn't understand it properly. I make mistakes. But my Lord, come on. Okay. Trust me on not trusting me. There are things that I don't like sometimes, even with Adobe, but this one is not one of them. It wouldn't comply with any law of any country of the planet. That's true. Okay. The draft thing is that people got out of shape over this, and yet Midjourney, OpenAI, the internet in general, has been scraping all our work anyway. Yes. I mean, we're talking literally Firefly. Adobe is the only ethical AI generator out there that has any morals whatsoever. I have never used ChatGPT because the internet is wrong and it's just pulling information from the internet. I've never used it. I don't plan to use it. I may someday, I don't know, but I've never used it. All of these other things I've never used. Firefly is the only one that I've ever used because of my personal ethics. So, why do some people in Africa resort to using cracked Adobe programs? Is it due to the unavailability of Adobe software in their countries, or because they cannot afford the subscription fees? Yes. Okay, in Africa, I think the answer to that is yes on both of them, but I can't think of any countries that has sanctions on them within Africa. There probably are, in which Adobe cannot do business. Now, there are countries like Russia, and I have no problem saying that, for their illegal war. So in Russia, Adobe can't do business with them because of US sanctions. So selling new Adobe products is a no-no. Things like that. So in Africa, I can't off the top of my head think of any countries, but there probably are. I just don't know. but people are asking for cracked apps, which is hilarious because what cracks me up is these apps are improving so fast that it's like, if I can't comprehend people that aren't using updated, most up-to-the-date apps. Ooh, there are some countries banned under US export regulations. Yes. Countries where Adobe actually banned from operating are actually very few: Iran, Cuba, North Korea, Syria, and then the so-called autonomous Russia parts of Ukraine. So-called. Oh, God, I hate them. Okay, I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the tangents. Most things I am more than happy to talk about. Certain things we may just get off, I may say, no, I can't. I'm not going to talk on that. But Somalia. I don't know, honestly. It happens even for countries inside the Europe continent. All right, so anyway, we're gonna reel it back in. Oh, okay. Jane says this matrix shows Adobe availability. It seems that some African countries only have the Creative Cloud for teams or entrepreneurs or the enterprise. This link opens a PDF. Interesting. I'll save that one for later, Jane. Okay, so as kind of chat touch base, and I'm showing this off, a lot of the Adobe apps have in-app learning. This Lightroom Classic, or excuse me, this Lightroom on the Web Academy seems pretty cool. I'm gonna turn a fan on. You guys got me all fired up. Let me know if it's too loud. And I'll turn it off if you can hear it. Okay. Now, the interesting thing, like Sandrine is saying in one country, Adobe doesn't sell directly. You need to go with an intermediate company. Like Iceland, because of Iceland's law. Oh, let me bring. There is a individual that if you want to actually purchase the Creative Cloud or get a subscription, he is, or they are, the only, what's his name? They're the only like seller within Iceland, so like everything goes through them. Where are you? Give me a second, people. Let me search here. Oh, geez. Oh, that's the wrong keyboard. What the heck did I just do? I really hit the wrong keyboard there. I've got 3 keyboards in front of me. Okay, grab the right mouse now. Now, this gentleman is an absolutely amazing photographer. But I believe that you have to actually go through him to get any subscriptions. Look at that lighting. Oh, Oh, so good. Beautiful. But okay, let's. All right, that was a heck of a tangent there. Half hour in. All right, so today we're gonna do some editing. We're gonna continue on with some Tuscany editing. Oh, General, don't give me the face palm. Don't. You would not want it any other way. You wouldn't. If my streams were just like, oh, we're gonna jump right in. Nope, we're not gonna talk. Steven says, one of our suppliers at work is based in Romania. Our bank doesn't trust their country's bank, so the annual license renewal fee is fun. Well, if there were no tangents, there'd be none of us here, would there? How to become an Adobe Express expert and Adobe Express ambassador like you. Get known. Get yourself known. Like for a lot of us here, okay, hold on. We're jump over back into my Discord. Oh, how long ago did I post this? I've got links on my Discord from a few years ago when Adobe Express had a call for ambassadors. And so I became one a long time ago. There is a link, so you could Google it. As for becoming an expert, you want to get yourself known. Like for me and a lot of people in chat, we all met during lockdown, or the majority of us met during lockdown on Adobe Live. So we got to know the Adobe people, we got to know each other, and we kind of became our own family. So for me, I became a streamer. So at first I became known. Everybody got to know who I was. Then I became a streamer and I streamed, today is my, 350th stream. So I've done years of streaming. I've done years of content. And so Sandrine, because again, being known by people, gave me a recommendation of becoming a community expert, and so I was allowed in. So I've got how-to videos on my YouTube, and people ask, and also I'm a moderator on the Express Discord. I'm a moderator and streamer. I stream 6 times a week on average on the Firefly Discord. I do a lot of stuff for Adobe. So for me to get to this point, and as you can see, I've just only have done Adobe products. Photoshop, Illustrator, After Effects, Lightroom Classic, Premiere, so Express, of course. So to first off, get known. Go to Adobe Lives. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, what Adobe Live is, go to behance.net/live. And you've got all of these videos and like these schedules. CEST is my time. I'm in Central Europe. Today at 5 p.m. So 5, 6, 6:30. Get to know these people. Paul Tranny, got to know him. I've been to Max. I've been to Max London. I've been Frankfurt. You have to put the work in, to be honest. And it's taken me years. So, not to make it sound like it's a bigger deal than it is, but get known. Get known. I don't know who you are. I know nothing about you. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Abdelai? So, you're, right now, to me, you're just an icon. That's it. I know nothing about you. Be active in the creative challenges. So yesterday was Premiere. Today is Illustrator. So we're going to be talking about patterns in Illustrator. So the daily challenges, and then on the Discords, let's getting in, and let's look at the Illustrator. Let's scroll down to the creative challenges. So this is where people get to know you. They get to know your face and your icon and your voice by how you chat. And then here on the Discord, they get to know your work. So this is where you can start diving in and showing off your work. And again, getting known. Also giving feedback. Like, I give feedback live. Bronk has done a ton of stuff and is really diving into, he's an amazing Photoshop. He's a hobbyist. He's amazing with Photoshop, but he's really diving into Illustrator. So he's doing the creative challenges now. So, Jack Watson, who I co-host stream with 4 times a week. I think the same thing goes with Twitch. Affiliate is, in a way, I've heard many VTubers saying that they wanted X amount of subscribers in order to get it as if it were a trophy. Mafu, I am on Twitch. I'm on YouTube, right now. I'm live. Hold on. What the heck happened? What happened? Wow. Okay. Sorry about that. I must have hit the wrong button. So here I am on Twitch. Is that we've got one person on Twitch, and I think that was Stephen Booth. There's Twitch. There is my YouTube, and then of course I'm on Behance. So, right here. Okay. I don't know when I got cut off there. I apologize. But now, to answer the question, how long did it take you? For a couple of years, all I had was I gotta get off this. This is let's get into here. All I had was the photography plan. I had Photoshop, I had XD, I had Lightroom Classic, and that was more or less it. But I still watched the streams. I still watched the Illustrator streams and the After Effects streams and the Premiere streams. So once I got the all app plan, I could get in and be dangerous. I didn't have an issue jumping in and working with some of these other apps as soon as I got them, because I was watching the streams. I was watching how to figure it out. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's jump into some editing. Okay. Okay. Let me move stuff around. If you got any more questions, please feel free to put them in chat. General says, if you wish to become a complete and wise ambassador, you must embrace a larger view of the apps. Mrs. Kozel gave it to you for your birthday, right? No, Mafu. No. That's what I said. I was given it, but it wasn't by Mrs. Shawn. That's what I said because I was to keep it quiet, as in to where I got it. Now, since I have become an ambassador and an expert, no, General, I did tell her, I said, look, I had to say that you gave it to me because it was a kind of one of those things, you know, okay, all right. To be honest, this is what happened. Way back when, I mean, we're talking years ago. So this is years old. I had some workarounds because I had limited apps and Adobe was not happy with me showing how to do some of these workarounds. And so they're like, here, now stop it. So I kind of got my hand slapped, but at the same time, they're like, if you're going to be doing this, do it right. So, that was happened long ago. Yes, long ago. And so, but now I get it. It's part of the package of being an ambassador and a community expert. So I think it's enough years have passed. I could tell that story. All right, let's dive into this. First off, let's see which one of these that I would like to do. Why are you jumping ahead? That's okay, there we go. All right. I want to go ahead and get started on some editing. So this is actually really cool. This is it used to have arms. This is like Atlas. It had arms and it was holding the globe long ago, and it no longer does, but it's still there. It's pretty cool. Really nice. So first thing that I want to do, let's go D for develop, and we're going to come on down, and we need to make sure that our peers are straight. So if I start streaming the GIMP, I'll get free CC. No, good to know. No, Steven. Not start streaming. You have to remember, I was streaming like a year. What are the typical challenges people face when trying to become an Adobe After Effects expert, and how can these challenges be overcome? Learning the software. Working it. Adobe After Effects. Now, there's only 2 people I know that I would consider After Effects experts. Gotta know the app. You know, I know After Effects enough to be dangerous. Am I good at it? No, I'm not. So start building stuff, start making stuff. I mean, like, if you stream PowerPoint, will they pay for me to use the software instead? You know, let's see here. Okay, so the majority of this is a ton of different apps used. Now, a lot of it was built in Character Animator. The puppets were generated in Adobe Illustrator. The backgrounds were generated in Firefly. The puppets were all done in Character Animator. So the rain, here we go. This was done in After Effects. You know, that little bit was done. Michelle, take care. Thanks for stopping by. That little bit was done in After Effects. And, you know, this was all that I needed. I was able to do a lot of the filming in Character Animator and then bringing the filming over into Premiere and doing a lot of the work needed in Premiere. Doing this, creating the egg rainstorm. Oh, don't. Why? Don't ask ever. Do people not listen? Don't ask for people to follow you. Please, please don't. As I said before, follow other people and they may in turn follow you. Ronk, hello. It is great to see you. I was talking about you earlier. Your work in Illustrator is coming along great. All right. I'm done. I'm done. We're editing. Ugh. Now you make me sound like Glenn. Steven, have to head off. Got a hackathon at work this afternoon. Take care. Alexander, hello. I'm Dump. I don't know what that means. Did I share something? No, I was looking on the Discord. I was explaining the creative challenges on the Discord and just jumped into that. Okay. We're moving on, people. We're going to do some editing. We're going to go ahead, D for develop. Going in here, I'm going to grab our angle. We're going to make sure that this line straight. You always deserve a shout out, Frank. Okay, next off, let's zoom in. And we're going to get rid of these distractions. I would trust the seed to be more horizontal. That's a good point, General. I'm with you on that. Let's go ahead. We'll grab our angle ruler again. Yeah, there we go. We're good to go. Close that down. Yeah, they're getting close. They're getting close, Sandrine. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to zoom in. First thing I always say, get rid of distractions before you do anything. Now, as you can see, what we've got going is we've got the generative AI checked. I am not going to use the generative AI unless need be. So at first, we're going to just go ahead and use the remove tool and see how it goes. And if it does not do a good job, then we will jump in and use Firefly. That did a pretty darn good job. Wow. Well, actually, this is Lightroom Classic. So, yeah. Good job at knowing your apps. We're gonna jump over here and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna use the remove tool and I'm gonna get rid of all of these. And I'm selecting more than what I need. That did not do a good job. So what we're going to do is we're going to select that. We're going to hit delete. Now let's jump into the generative AI. We're going to increase the size of the brush and do another wide selection there. And we're going to go ahead and hit apply. Okay, so we've got a few different versions. That's 1, which looks really good right there. 2 even looks better. 3 looks good. Don't delete it, moderator. I deleted it because I don't like negative comments. I don't like negative people. If you have an issue with whatever your workflow is, that's fine. But just so you are aware, this is my stream. I do have moderators, but at the same time, I control things myself. Okay. So, let's go ahead. We're going to jump back out. And just really quickly, a before and after, just getting rid of those distractions, trying to get a decent starting point before we start doing anything else. Next off, let's check out what we've got going on for our settings. Everything looks good there. Just getting a feel for what we've got. Okay. So let's get into some of our basic works. Sandrine, that's a great motto. Let's start our afternoon by not being angry for no reason. Yes, but it's the power of the interwebs. I can be. Lightroom is boring. How can I'm actually dumbfounded at that statement. Lightroom is boring. This is okay, wait. This is a comment that's actually from somebody who was asking about how to become an Adobe Express ambassador and an Adobe community expert. Yeah, you're not going to be getting any votes here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Not a good start there. I want to work for Adobe. Give me a job. All their apps suck. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I'm crying a little bit. All right, so let's bring that. We're going to bring our highlights down a little bit. Wow, everybody just wants everything right now. We're gonna increase, because we're dealing with rock, we can increase our texture. We're gonna increase our clarity a little bit there. Let's go ahead. We're gonna grab a mask and we're gonna use AI. That's exciting. Let's use Sensei. And I'm gonna click on it, sky right here. That's exciting. We're gonna go ahead, click on that. Oh my gosh. Hi, Uma. How are you doing? We're gonna bring down the highlights a little bit more. We're going to warm up our sky just a tiny bit. We're not gonna go too crazy. That's too much. Just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. One thing to remember, if you end up changing the sky too much, you want to make sure to change the sea, because the color of the sea is the reflection of the sky. So you want to make sure that you are being a little gentle with that. We'll see how we get a little bit further, but next off, let's get back into here. I'm going to go ahead. We are going to grab another brush. Let's make this larger. Yeah. Let's go with the linear gradient right now. So we're going to grab a linear gradient and we're going to pull the first one up like so. Let's grab this, bring that up, and add a little smaller. Generate new arms. Ooh, what did I generate? This was, let me grab this really quick. We were working on mythical beasts and we were trying to do sirens. And, you know, the wasn't sure, like, okay, are sirens like mermaids? Are they not like mermaids? So was able to generate that really quick, and then taking it into generative fill and generating the mermaid tails. So actually did a really nice job. Merman, I don't think those are men. My guess, I haven't sexed a mer person, so I don't know for sure, but very cool. Okay. That was mythical beasts yesterday. All right. Yes, for example, am not a UX designer. I don't care about XD. I wouldn't even say it's boring, no interest whatsoever. Each their own specialty. I get so sick of UI UX coming in and like, really? Making me look at this more? Why? Okay, we're gonna add a little bit more contrast. Now we're gonna cool those rocks down quite a bit. Can I be sorry? I could, if I have something to be sorry for. As of right now, I do not. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of clarity to get those to pop. A little bit of texture. Okay, I'm digging that. And we're gonna bring the exposure down. Right there. Okay, let's grab that mask. We're going to duplicate and invert that mask. We're going to pull this one over this way. And for this, we're going to bring up the... let's bring down the exposure just a little bit. Let's warm up just a touch. And I mean, I am trying to be very, very careful here and bring down the highlights again. and add just a touch of dehaze. So as of right now, I haven't done a ton, but if you look back, here's the original, and we're getting someplace here. I'm liking where it's going. Now, obviously, what we've got, our subject is going to be the statue and the rock formations. So before we get into it, let's try something here. We're going to create another mask, and this may not work. This is what I love about Lightroom Classic, is it's so non-destructive. We're going to grab a new brush. We're going to crank the contrast up to 11 or 100 for those of you paying attention. And we're going to take our clarity up to 100. We're going to make our brush smaller. Let's make that smaller. And what we're doing here is we are bringing out, Alex, hello. We're bringing out all that detail going on within this statue. Look at that pop. How you doing, Alex? Oh. Okay. Just getting that to pop. I'm really thinking I do a lot of training sessions. For what? For what, Alex? I'm gonna do something. Let's go G for grid. I'm gonna right click and we're gonna create a virtual copy. So this virtual copy is gonna have all of the same attributes, everything going on with it. Everything's the same, but this is, I'm getting more and more of a feel into it. Let's get back into basics. We're gonna go black and white, and let's get into our monochrome presets and see what we like. I'm digging this. And the cool thing is, even if you find something that is a bit over the top, or even for that matter, not enough, like, get back up. Oh, that's way too much, way too much. Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, and how to improve your workflow with tips. Nice. Nice. Are you doing training, Alex, for yourself, or are you teaching that? Okay, I like this black and white 11. Now what we can do is up here, we actually have an amount slider. So even if you think, ooh, that's over the top, which this one I feel is a bit, we can bring the amount down a little bit. I'm teaching that. Nice. Are you, Alex? Are you an official Adobe instructor? Because, wait a minute, no. Because I am also an Adobe official instructor. But my training starts Friday, and then bookings will start after 4th of July. Okay, so I like what we've got going there. Let's go ahead and close that down. Let's get back into our masks. SCKR55, hello over on Twitch. Good to see you. Let's bring this out. we're going to create a new mask. We're going to grab a radial gradient, and we're going to grab this guy right here. Let's move this around and tell me I grabbed the right gradient. I did not. Let's get back here. Where did you move? Okay. Making sure that I grab the right gradient. I need to take time to be an Adobe instructor. Yeah, me too. We're going to brighten that up a little bit. We're also going to add a little bit more contrast like so. Then we're going to duplicate and invert that mask. So we need to increase that size quite a bit. We're going to bring the feather out. Let's bring our exposure down about a stop. That's the before. That's the after. I can see I went too far. I'm like an instructor without the title. I got to bring this feather in. There we go. Do you have a link for the Adobe Training Certification Program? Frank, I do not have the link off the top of my head. I am not becoming an official instructor for that. I am becoming an official Adobe instructor through the Community Experts program, in which I had to apply. I had to send in, send a bunch of my training, my videos, things like that. Okay. So next off, let's go into effects. We're going to add, we're going to add a little bit of a vignette, just a minor vignette. We're going to add a little bit of grain, just about 15 on the grain. We're going to go into our details, and under our sharpening, I'm going to bring it up to about 80, and I'm going to hold down the Option key, grab the mask, and white reveals, black conceals. So as I bring that mask over, you can see it's just sharpening the edges that we've got. So from there, that's not where we started. That's where we started with this photo. If we come back to here, let's go ahead, hit D for develop. This was the beginning. So if we actually go this way, so this was the first image. This was the next image. I'm torn. I'm a bit torn on this one because I like where it's going. This one is a bit over the top, but I'm digging it. So let's continue. Actually, I think I'm good. I'm done with this. I'm good with this one. Sandrine is showing the mod powers. Bam. All right. Where was this taken, Shawn? I missed it. Cinque This was taken in the town. Where's my keywords? Keywords. Monterosa, Tuscany, Italy. but people, mainly people know Cinque Terre. So, and that's just hitting the F key, going full screen. Alex, take care. Have a good stream. I think I showed some of these, but I want to jump into a couple. I want to do some ocean editing. We could jump into some landscape editing also, if we've got time, and we may, should. Okay, one of the things that I like doing, and I talked about this before, the sea wasn't angry that day, my friends. No, it wasn't. And I've talked about this before. When it comes to photography, if you are not playing, if you're not trying things out, let me rephrase this. Play, have fun, get different lenses, play with different settings, figure things out. So at the beginning of this day, the Mrs. Shawn and myself were getting ready to go on a very long, strenuous hike. And I was starting out with a fisheye lens just to get some different views, some different angles. The first day we were there, General, it was windy and it was a little like, I don't know if I want to be on the ocean today. My sippy cup wasn't working properly. Okay. So right now I'm just trying to get a feel. Ooh. I like that. I like that one. Just a little bit of distortion needs to be cleaned up. And shoot for the highlights. This was an absolute killer of a hike. Go in D for develop. Let's go lens correction. Ow. Oh, dang it. Don't go anywhere. Come on, Tim. I said don't go anywhere. Hey, Tim, how are you doing today? Good to see you, Tim. Is it possible to join two fisheye images, or would the space-time continuum collapse? You could. I don't know why you would. You could. Okay. I actually had to go get my fisheye lens because it's a very specific lens, and I think I'm gonna do this manually. So let's see what we get to begin with. Okay. I always forget all the information on this. It doesn't look bad. That's not bad. A little bit of distortion. Okay, let's go in. We're going to grab our angle. We're going to make sure that our C is flat. Go. Now from here, let's go ahead and lock that. And I like the path. I like the sky. So for our crop here, I think I'm going to use our thirds. Kind of do that right there. Let's go ahead. We're going to hit close. First thing I always say, get rid of distraction. Get rid of distraction. So let's go into the remove tool. I'm going to turn off the generative AI. And let's just go ahead. Select these. Get rid of all of this here. Got some funky tape going on right there. Looking for other distractions. There maybe. And these, when you're doing little cleanups like this, this is when you want to use the remove tool. You don't want to use generative AI. You don't want to use your credits by doing a little bit of cleanup. So you want to pay attention. Okay, when should I be using what tool? And that is kind of an important thing to think about overall. But I like the path, I like the walkway, like everything that we've got going on there so far. So let's get into our basics. I'm gonna try auto. I'm usually never a fan. That's not bad. Prove me wrong, Lightroom. Prove me wrong. That's not bad. That brought out the color of the sea very well. We've got some nice pop going on. Not bad. What is my zoom set at? I think it's set at 300. Wow. Okay. Take that to 400. Oh, 400's too much. Why were you not giving me the full 300? There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. Whoa. Sorry about that, everybody. So, let's see what we've got going on here. I like what we've got with the oceans. The city is actually looking good, or the village is looking good. We've got some nice pop happening there. Let's see about the fort. That is looking good. I'm seeing if there's any distractions that I want to get rid of that may be popping out to me. Not really seeing anything. We could take care of some of these blue. Yeah, let's get rid of them. Get rid of them. We have the power. Okay. I'm pretty happy with what we've got going here. Let's add a little bit of clarity. And that's bringing up if you look right here, you can see Like it's just kind of making it pop a little bit more. The sunlight coming through, digging that. I'm gonna add a little bit of texture. I don't mind the greens that we've got going on. I don't find them overly usually I'm against a lot of the bright oversaturated greens. This doesn't have that feel to me, so I'm kind of digging it. And I'm actually happy with this photo. I don't think we need to do anything else. What was this shot at? This was shot at an f13. So pretty good. All right, let's just jump into, let's see what we get with a vignette. I don't think a vignette would work here. Small one. Small vignette. -5, -4. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Next off, let's go into our detail. Let's bring up our sharpening to about 80. 75, 80. Holding down the Option key, grabbing the masking tool, and bringing that up right there. But yeah, that is nice. That gave it a little bit of a pop. Getting the village to come out a little bit better. We've got the pathway taking us back. We're moving on. Wow. Okay. Thank you for your help, Lightroom. I think... Ooh, okay. These are a maybe to work on. This was coming off. This was like a 3.5 mile hike. It said 3.5 miles. Okay. It starts with 1,000-foot like straight up stairs. So 1,000 feet rising in stairs. God, this almost killed me. Almost killed me. It was like we got to the top of the stairs and I'm just dying. And they had a sign there that was like had pointed that way to the city, and it said 1/4 mile that way. And then it had an arrow pointed the other way, and it said like, you know, 3 miles that way. And I was like, oh my God, I've only gone 1/4 mile. Someone buy him a drone. Somebody had a drone at a couple of these locations, and I find them so over the top annoying. They're loud. I am not a fan. Looks like the starting point of cliff jumpers. I think I would be called a cliff faller. I am liking that. Camera on a long stick. Let's see what we can get with this. Let's go ahead. We're gonna hit D for develop. Get back up to our top. First off, need to grab our angle. Make sure everything is straight. Digging that. We can close that down. I like the little bit of framing happening. Normally I would not be a fan of having the ocean, the horizon, this close to the top. But I'm okay with it. I'm kind of okay with it right now. So go ahead and let's try auto. Okay, we are okay with that to start with. Let's go ahead. we're going to grab a radio gradient, and what we need is to get a little bit more of a pop happening with this harbor and city. So we're going to increase that exposure. Going to increase our saturation. We're going to increase our contrast. That's coming out better. Bring it up a little bit more there. A little more contrast. And more saturation so it doesn't look blown out. All right, open up our masking. We are going to go ahead and duplicate and invert that mask. We're going to make it bigger. Bring that over like so. Now for this one, I'm going to bring down the exposure. Not a ton, but anytime that you bring down the exposure, what you want to do is pay attention. Whenever you darken anything, saturation is added to it. So what you want to be able to do is to come down into your saturation and bring your saturation down a little bit when you darken things up like that. Just be aware of it. Sandrine says, I've been up in a hot air balloon ride for my birthday for ages, but every time we turn up, the weather isn't collaborating, and I'll promise I won't forget my camera if I get one. That's cool. Hi, Barbara. I've been in a couple old planes where the windows like fold down and they bank and you're taking photos out. Never done the hot air balloon though. I think that would be fun. That is not bad. We've got, hopefully this is coming across. It looks like it is, yeah. We've got our village more saturated. And I've said this before, when you're far away and you see these villages in Chicatera, you're like, oh, they're so beautiful, they're so gorgeous, and you see these photos and you're like, oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. In reality, they're rough. They are rough. So, you know, and if you're doing any close-up photography for any particular reason of these villages, you got some work to do. You got some cleanup to do. All right, let's jump in. We're going to add again a little bit of a vignette. We are going to take away, we're going to hold down the Option key and grab our highlights, because vignetting should not be happening within the highlights. So we're good there. We can increase our vignette a little bit more. We don't want to go too crazy. Stay in control, Shawn. Let's get into our details. Let's sharpen. Too much, right about there. Holding down the Option key, grabbing the masking. And we don't want to sharpen the ocean, so bringing that pretty high up. I'm going to call that good. So that's the before, that's the after. Just making sure to bring your eye into the village, seeing the colors, the vibrance of the water. That's kind of what we're going for right there. It really, I could, you know, this, to me, this photo, and then we bring the clarity slider to plus 100. Wait, wait for it. What am I at? I didn't even add any clarity. Oh, bam. No. I don't know. I don't want any clarity with that. No. If I do, let's jump back into the masks. This is great. So I can jump back into our first mask, and scrolling down, I can add some clarity and texture here, which is going to just affect the village and not the overall, like the tree line and all of that. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for the reminder, Tim. I needed to add a little glow. Sandrine says, I don't know if you have noticed, but I found the auto masking in Lightroom and Adobe Camera Raw far superior than in Photoshop proper. Particularly skin masking, the skin option in the color selection doesn't cut it compared to Lightroom options. I am very impressed with Lightroom, Adobe Camera Raw, Lightroom Classic. Very impressed. That one was an oops. I pressed the button. Oops. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Once you get into the villages, and I love the way that these look. I love the idea, the people living, the towels hanging up, the linen, the clothing, just the roughness of the ocean on the paint. I love this. I absolutely love this. Not what you think of. Burnt, take care, have a great day. You know, when you see photos like this is not what you expect when you're seeing things like this, and then you get in and this is what it actually is. So it's pretty amazing. The ocean is hard on things. Oh, I don't know if this photo turned out. I was so proud of myself. This photo I wanted to turn out so good. This is going to need some major work. But I love it. Once I find like a cool spot, and I went down, as you can see, there's stairs right here over to the side. Stairs going down to the water's level. So I went down, got down, started taking photos, and then as soon as I, got done taking the photos that I wanted, like 5 people with their cameras went down and were trying to take the same photos. Oh, I liked this one so much when I took it. I gotta give that a 3. That's gonna need some work. Interesting that those 10 square meters are used as a beach. Yes. Well, okay, so here's the thing, Steven. Most of the beaches are private beaches. So you have to pay 20 euros, something like that, to get in. And then you get a recliner to sit in, not a recliner, but a beach chair and a umbrella. There's not a ton of public beaches. But yeah. Again, that was an oops. Maybe not. Okay, let's see here. The other thing that I am looking for is the day that we were on the water. Here we go. So there's 5 villages within Chicatera, and I think we hit 4 of them. The sky was not interesting. I'm not a fan of that village. Not a fan. Ugh. Wonder if I can get... Oh, how would I do this? Okay, we're moving on. We are moving on. There is... some photos. Okay, here we go. I am really being picky. I am usually not this picky with photos. I am really being picky with these. And I don't know why. I'm having a tough time, like, getting excited for these. Okay, I love that one. Again, I got my fish eye out. That is nice. I'm okay. Caroline, have a great day. Thanks for being here. Wonder, I don't know what we could get out of that. That one is kind of cool. Okay. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. This dude was not happy once he saw that I was taking his photo. You get 1 block away, you've got all these people, tons of people, and you get 1 block over and it's like nobody. Everybody just stays on the tourist paths. Okay. Let's get back. Let's get back. I know which one I want to work on. I like these. Let me give these a 3 really quick so we can work on them. And it is one of these. All right. All of this is Cinque Terre. Yes. Yes, it is, Barbara. So there's, within the national park, there's 5 villages, and they're all slightly different. Some of them, like the first place that we were staying at, is where everybody goes to swim and sunbathe. This is probably one of the most picturesque towns that you're gonna end up with. But they're all slightly different. There's a couple of them that you can't, because they're literally up on the cliffs, you can't reach them by the ferry. But I can't remember what the price was. It wasn't very expensive. 38 euro maybe. You could take the ferry to all 5, have a day pass, so you can go just up and down as much as you want. So that's what we did. It was a wonderful day. Wonderful day. Okay, let's get in. First off, check out our lens correction that we've got going. And the ocean, due to the fact that I put it in the center, it is looking already pretty straight. I'm okay with that. Oh, that's the wrong lens. Where the heck is it? Not me. Oh, climbing? I do not like any of these lenses. That one's not bad. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, going into transform. Now, we're going to do an auto. I want to make sure that our ocean is going to be straight. Come on. There it is. First off, grab that. This building right here, even though probably nothing is straight in these villages, I want to make sure that this is straight. Only because it's got that high contrast right there. And I may try to straighten this out just to see what happens. I don't think I like that one. I do not. Grab that. Let's delete it. We can crop that, I think. Let's go ahead. Put that away. Crop that edge in. We don't need it. Bring this down. Actually, let's go ahead, let's reset. And a lot of these, I don't know if I'm going to print or not. So I am trying to be a little gentle with them. Okay. Let's give it a try. Auto. I didn't like it. Command Z. We're going to deselect that. We are gonna first off, let's bring our highlights down a bit. Open these up. Let's check out. I don't mind the buoys. Oliver, hello there. I don't mind the buoys. Don't mind the people. Everybody's small. Not really seeing many distractions, so I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to increase the whites just a tiny bit. Decrease our blacks. Add a tiny bit of clarity. A tiny bit of texture. I'm going to add some vibrance. And okay, let's get some masks going. Let's get a linear gradient. Pull this one up. I'm going to hold shift to make sure it's straight up and down. Make that a little bit smaller. Actually, no, let's do this another way. Let's go ahead, let's delete that mask. We're gonna grab a new, actually let's delete all masks. Let's grab a sky mask. There we go. Let's double click it. Let's name it sky. We're going to duplicate and invert. And we're gonna name this our, let's go foreground. Just FG for foreground. We are gonna increase the exposure of the foreground, increase our contrast just a tiny bit, bring down our highlights. Making sure we're not doing any clipping here. Coming back down, we're going to add a bit of saturation. Bring our whites down. Just a hair. And add a little bit more texture. And a bit more clarity. Let's see where we're at. That's the before. That's the after. We're getting a little bit of a pop. I'm digging it. Okay, let's get back into our masks. Let's grab our sky. Got a funky, we're getting a funky gradient going on there. I don't know if you can pick it up or not. I'm gonna bring down the contrast of that. I mean, we've got a lot of blue going on. Yeah, no clouds. It's this day was not a great sky day. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Enjoy. That looks better. right, let's get into our, not our color grading, excuse me. I want to get into our color mixer. Grabbing our mixer. Go. Let's get our luminance. I want to grab this burnt orange. I'm going to make that really pop. And grab this yellow. Bring that up. I'm going to bring that one up. Let's jump into our saturation. Grab the orange again. Taking that up. Let's take the peach. Bring that one up. I mean, just like, look at that building. Going from there to there. I like it. Love the controls. How hot was it there? Sandrine, surprisingly, it was not bad at all. It was in the mid 70s, 22 degrees Celsius, probably right around there, 22, 23. It hit 30 degrees Celsius, and I can't remember, does the UK use Celsius or Fahrenheit? I forgot. It got hot the last day we were there. Celsius. Okay. It hit like 33, 34. But, and I know this sounds ridiculous. This is big head mode. Whenever you're that far south, and I keep forgetting about this because I look at the temperatures and I'm like, oh yeah, no problem. It's freaking hot. The sun has so much more power the further south you go. So it may say that it's, 76, 77 degrees, 23, 24 degrees. And you're like, no problem. But then once you get out in the direct sun, it's freaking hot. That's why I stick with Kelvin. It was 5,600 degrees Kelvin, Tim. 5,000, 5,600, 5,000. That's a bit hot. 5,600 Kelvin. That's funny. Oh, wrong scene. Hold on. Let me get to my MacBook. There we go. All hail the sun. You have 27. Today it's supposed to be 82 here, I think. So warm. No, I don't know. Barbara says 90 plus here. Oh, get back here. Sorry about that. We need to talk about Kelvin. No, I already screwed that up once. All right, so I think I'm good. Let's before and after. I think I'm good with that. It's 26 degrees here at the moment. Now you're gonna make me look. I don't even know where my phone is. Making me look. I hate being on my phone when I'm streaming. Why you gotta do that to me, Oliver? All right. It's 81 degrees. I don't know what that is in Celsius off the top of my head. 28. I'll be streaming all day today. That's why I'm here. Okay, which computer am I working on? Let's get in. Let's add a tiny vignette. Tiny vignette. Holding down the Option key, we're going to grab the highlights again. And we have no highlights, so I'm good with that. We can add a tiny bit of grain. 301.15 degrees Kelvin. Go ahead, get our sharpening, holding down the Option key, grabbing our masking, and just getting those edges. Now, for those of you that take photos, there are certain times when you take a photo, when you're making a photo, you're looking for it, you're figuring it out, and you're like, oh, I cannot wait to edit this. Now, my workflow is I don't look at the photos, I don't work on the photos, I don't upload or download the photos, I don't do anything with the photos until I get home from my vacation. I try to be fully unplugged. Hi, PJ. I try to be fully unplugged when it comes to when I'm on vacation. And so there's times in which I hope I'm taking these photos and I'm like, okay, I'm really, God, this one I think is good. This one's good. So it's always exciting to me when I get to come back in and get to them and look. So Sandrine says, who else takes photos and then forgets them in the SD card? Well, I had to go through, I filled up 2 of my QXD cards. XQD card. Such a weird name. XQD card. So I filled up 2 of those, so I was getting ready to having to go to my standard SD cards. But it is what it is. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit gray. I just have normal SD cards. It's funny, Oliver. And I know we've discussed this, but buying a regular SD card is relatively inexpensive. And the importance of Headless Shawn, do it again? Headless Shawn, I don't know what that means, PJ. When I went off screen, I guess? I don't know. Okay. I bought a super fast one when I got the camera. I never been caught off guard. I have. So mine... Okay. Don't go anywhere. That's you too, Tim. My head went off screen. Okay. Let's go big head mode. So the XQD card, it writes at 400 megabytes a second. Okay. So sometimes I have to use somebody else's camera, and so my camera, I can sit here and hold the button down and it is writing to the card faster than what I can take photos of. Even if I'm just holding the button down, 9 frames a second, it's writing faster. So there's no buffering. There's no buffer. There is a buffer in the camera, but there's no buffer needed with this card. So it's very important to buy fast cards. Now, sometimes I fill that card up and I have to go over to my regular SD card. And again, if you noticed, I number all of my cards, so I keep track of them. And this one writes at, this is a, which one's which? I can't remember. It's a 50. Okay, 50 megabytes a second. Now this one's pretty fast, but a friend of mine had a slower one, and I was shooting some portraits and waiting for that red light or green light, whatever it is you have, to get done so you can take the next photo. Or if you want to check the photo, you're waiting for it to write so you can actually look at the photo. Oh, it was so frustrating. So once you have something that's fast and you go back, oh, frustrating. And get to the right scene. I got a cheap one as a backup, but never had to use it. That's good. Always have backups. Oliver says mine are the SDXC 64 gigabytes, the U3 UH2 V60 class 10. They're faster than the camera's SD slot, so anything faster would be a waste of money. I ran out of buffer at the 26 raw shots, but it emptied pretty quickly. Well, this one, the buffer on mine, if you put your camera, you leave it on by accident, you put it in your bag and somehow the shutter is pressed, it will stop at 200 frames. That way, by accident, it won't continue running. It won't continue running and burn up your motor in your camera, which is important. It's one of the upside down micro 4/3. Is that what you don't have to wait? Okay. But the downside is that the sensor is small. Oh yeah, yep. Shawn, do you have an Altoid tin with 3D printed SIM card organizer? No, I don't. I keep hitting the wrong screen. I don't actually. I don't have the 3D printed, but of course I've got Altoids right there. I even told Tim when I was in Munich, I'm like, I don't know why, but every time before I stream, I always have an Altoid. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Mine rolled over onto the shutter button while I was eating lunch yesterday, and I wondered what was going on. Oh my goodness. I can't say I've ever had that happen. Knock on wood. I have not had that happen. Okay, some of these I was pretty excited about. But I don't think it's going to be good. Altoid tin is where I keep my emergency sewing kit. Oh, that's a good idea. Nothing ages you like admitting you own an emergency sewing kit. I just admitted I had one. I want to see what we can get here. Let's hit develop. And honestly, I don't think I'm going to get a ton out of this. Ooh. I'm okay. I'm digging it. I love the water. The rock, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, this doesn't do it for me. But I got a lot out of it. This is one that I thought could be cool. Kind of cool. It's different. Too many people. Many people. Look at that perfect lens flare right on that guy. Perfect lens flare. If you know someone with a 3D printer, SIM card organizers can be found at Thingiverse or printables to download and print. Yeah, I don't need them. Here's the thing, PJ, I have everything organized in my God, I should do a stream on my setup. So I've got two big, oh crud, what are they called? Sorry about that. Had a little bit of a brain fart. I've got two big Pelicans, you know, the hard side that hold flashes. Hi, Devlin. That have Sans parties. I don't have Sans parties, Devlin. No. It's a great suggestion, because a lot of the times in the old days, well, hold on. Because like in my storage, I've got like an old Amazon gift card box, and that's what I used to keep my old SD cards in, and it's, you know, highly recommended. This is why I talked about numbering your SD cards, because you'll have a stack of them. When memory was really expensive, you would purchase a bunch of small ones and you would go through them. And so numbering them, keeping track, keeping them in order, so that way they get the same usage, is a really important thing. And also the organization and keeping them safe is the way it used to be. Now memory is so inexpensive that I have two cards in my camera, and I have two cards in my bag, and that is, between those four cards, I can get 2,400 photos. So I doubt very much if I'm going to go through 2,400 photos, but in you go back 5-7 years, I would have 6 or 7 SD cards laying about. So, you know, it's a great suggestion. It's smart. I just don't know how it goes. You have organizers for other themed projects like paint palettes and sewing kits. Nice. Sandrine, have a great day. All right. I think I should get back to editing. We are doing a ton of chatting today. I love it. I love it. I really like that photo. I may need to extend it. This one's just got wonderful colors. The green and the salmon. Oh, good. Oh, many oops. Okay. Right now, I am just kind of getting a feel for what I want next. Too many blue skies. Too many blue skies. So blue. So blue. This was interesting. Where do I have photo? No, the wind wasn't blowing. If you look really close down here, you can see a little bit of a English flag. I do not know, and this is an English flag, and that's an English flag. I do not know why there's English flags on this fort. Oliver says I carry 3 cards and I can get about 1,400 shots on each, and I'm almost always using continuous high speed to fill them up fast. I bet you do with your photography. Not excited. Not excited for these. Chicatera. This city is Bernaza. Bernaza, or the village, I should say. Bernaza. Dig the church, not the sky. And of course, we could use sky replacement. We could do all that. I'm not that desperate yet. Okay, moving on. Bad photos. Why did I take that? Mediterranean, Italy. The sea. Now, I hadn't heard of this. It's Chicatera is on the Ligurian Sea. Here's the spelling right there. The Ligurian Sea. Probably expats flying the flag, though St. George is the patron saint in more places than just England, so the cross pops up in other places. Hold on. It's west, but I don't even know if I have that loaded here. You look for something really quick here. Huh. Do not have Google Earth on this computer. Interesting. Interesting. All right, let's bring up maps. One moment. Oh, no. Wrong keyboard again. What did I just do? I have no idea what I just did. Hold on. Let me shut that down. Whew. That was not good. I can't see. All right. I have no idea what the heck I just did. Wow. I don't. Holy cow. That was weird. Okay. Whew. I think I'm back. I think I'm back. That freaked me out. Hi, Michelle. Welcome back. Okay. So, Cinque Terre is a national park. So if we zoom out, you'll be able to see in relationship where it is at. So you've got Florence. Florence is right here. Cinque Terre is up here. So to give you a reference, you know, here's Pisa. No. So what we did is we stayed up here in Monte Rosa. Then we hiked to the next village and we took ferries all along up and down. There you go. All right. I have no idea. I had stuff happening here on my Lightroom that I have not seen before. Whew. That freaked me out. That freaked me out. Okay, that's the same one. Let's go full. This is the photo I was trying to get before, near France. Meh. I guess near France. I mean, kind of all relative. The distance. No, Oliver. We didn't go to Nice. That was a trip a couple of years ago. So. Ton of vineyards. Ton of vineyards. That's all vineyards. This photo I really like. This is what I was trying to get before, but there were ferries going off. But at the same time, if we... Okay, let's keep that one selected. Let's get back up to... Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Take that one. Let's hit D for develop. Open up this panel. We're gonna hit copy. This may not work, but let's grab it and do that. No, no lens blur. Yep, effect. No masking. Yeah, let's do the masking because it's all generative. So this is cool. Okay, check this out. Because the masking, I actually use Sensei to pick the sky, and then I inverted the sky. So we're actually gonna select those. Let's copy that. Let's get back out, G. Let's get back down to the photo that we wanted possibly use, and go to that one right there. Let's hit D. Let's hit paste. That did not work. The last Lightroom Classic version that had the catalog upgrade broke my previews. It was supposed to migrate them to the new system, but it just said they weren't there. Had to rebuild the lot. Wow, I'm not alone. A few other people reported the same on Adobe. On the upside, it's a lot faster now, I bet. That did not work. So let's go Command Z. Undo that. That's not what I wanted. Let's reset that photo. Did not do a good job, but I gotta say I like that one. Okay. Now, one of the last days, Mrs. Shawn and myself, we did go kayaking, and we were able to go into some pretty cool falls and caves, things of that nature on the ocean. But I didn't have my camera, so it never happened. Okay. What time is it? It's 3 o'clock. Let's do one more quick one. Go into our 3 stars. And then I think we will call it a day. Let's see what we've got here. Very overcast, nasty day. Horrible skies. I like that. I like that one. Let's work on this one. Okay. This one's pretty cool. Already, it's quite nice. This is a raw image right out of camera, so I really don't know how much it's going to need. But let's give it a go. Let's make sure lens correction is good. Yep. Our transform is looking okay. Gorgeous shot. Thank you, Barbara. I used Lightroom to adjust a blue color on a PNG of Illustrator file to get more blue than purple for printing. I highly, highly recommend. I don't care what it is, if you're an illustrator, graphic design, whatever it is you do, I highly recommend to get familiar with Adobe Camera Raw. It's using the same engine as Lightroom, so you don't have to actually load Lightroom or load Lightroom Classic, anything like that. Take it into Photoshop, and being able to make the easy adjustments like what I'm doing here in photo editing is such a wonderful way. Being able to take the tools I know, Oliver. I know. That's okay. Being able to use the tools and get the quick, easy changes that you need is wonderful. For those of you that don't know, Oliver says you can use Adobe Camera Raw from Bridge too. Before we do anything, let's go ahead. We are going to create a virtual copy because I think I'm going to get a little crazy here. Manu, hello. Welcome in. We're going to see what we can do with our last image of the day. So let's do some speed editing. Let's bring our highlights down, bringing those clouds out. We're going to increase our shadows. We can increase our whites a little bit. We're going to decrease our blacks just a tiny bit. Let's add a little bit of texture. We're going to add some clarity. We're going to add a tiny bit of dehaze. Our vibrance, we're going to go ahead, add some vibrance in. We're going to jump into our color mixer. We're going to grab our let's grab our saturation. No, let's grab our luminance. And first thing I want to do is bring down these greens. These greens are too much for me. So we're going to bring down the luminance there. Let's grab our saturation. Grabbing those greens again. We're going to bring down that saturation just a little bit. Next off, I want to grab these yellows and we're going to get those. We're going to come over to our hues, grabbing our yellows, and we're going to golden those up. Oh, I like where this is going already. Okay, I am digging that. So just those quick changes from that to that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Next off, what we can do, and this is really interesting. If you look here, we've got these shadows going across the trees, which is wonderful. But then if you look over here, they're very, very minimal. There's not the trees that we've got going on. So that's kind of really interesting. I love the fact we've got those trees up there. I did not notice that we had a power line. Ooh, we got a car there too. Let's get rid of the car for sure. Rid of the car. Boom. It's a telegraph. It could be, and that might be worth keeping. Got a funky box there, probably security. We don't want it. Sign, you're gone. You're gone. Those signs I'm okay with. That's white. It is distracting. You're gone. Go ahead, take it to a 200 zoom. Oh. I don't know what that is. Maybe a stone? Okay, I think that's good. Let's go into our color grading. Let's get some color grading going on here. And let's do it individually. So our shadows, we're going to be at 215, and our saturation is going to be about 15. There we go. Let's go into our midtones. Our hue, let's take that way down. Midtones. Get into our highlights. Go. I think maybe we could even push it a little bit further. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. Teal and orange? Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna show this off. Not that I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna jump into the new lens blur. So first off, we're gonna hit apply. Now, usually lens blurs, these are gonna work better when you are dealing with portraits and whatnot. So first off, we want to visualize our depths. So it's saying, okay, here in the purple, as you can see down here, for those of you that may not know, it's saying here in the purple, this is what is going to be in focus. And then in the foreground, we've got these little bit of yellows. Now, this is a big landscape, so we could actually bring this around like so. We can make it bigger, smaller. We can say, okay, we just want just that purple area. So that is all adjustable. Now, if you want to do this a different way, what you can actually do is you can come over here, do a select subject or a pinpoint. So if I say, okay, I'm going to pinpoint, I want to make sure that that is in focus right there. That's great. Now let's say instead, I want this tree in focus. So using the pinpoint, if you're customizing your lens blur, is a really great way to do it. Terry White showed that tip off, and I was like, yes, that's a great tip. So passing that along to you. So we can end up getting back, grabbing our castle. Now, as you can see, we've got some funky stuff happening. Now, we're not going to have any bokeh, so I'm not worried about the bokeh. But you can do a brush refinement. So if I'm thinking like, okay, if you look right here, this tree right there is blurry, right? But if I follow over, these trees are not. Yeah, it looks like a miniature or shot with a tilt shift lens. Yeah, way over the top. The one with the front trees in focus. Oh, yeah. That one. That's actually kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool. That's just because I like cypress trees. So again, I'm having problems here. So let's, if we zoom in, like I don't like the fact that these are so much. Now I'm still in the point. I'll get back here. Making sure. Okay. Why is, okay. This is a problem also. That needs to be in focus, okay? So if I grab the focus brush, and this needs to be in focus. So let's bring that back. This needs to be in focus. A flag. That needs to be in focus. That needs to be in focus. That's ugly right there. Let me bring that back. So you really need to kind of pay attention. There's a van right there that I need to remove. As into, it can guess and be wrong. Like this should be in focus. You are with this depth of field. Those should be in focus. All right, now let's grab the blur tool and we're gonna follow like this line through here. Now let's go Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, and I needed to bring the flow down to about 47. Now let's just paint across. And we're gonna just build this up until it looks better. Okay, that's looking better to me. Let's add to quick collection. Sorry about that. Zoom in. Now see, again, these should not be out of focus. Get in focus. Let me bring my flow back up. And as you can see, within the properties panels, it does have a auto mask. PJ, have a good day, which will create a depth mask or use a depth mask. Okay, I don't know why I'm spending time on this, because I'm not going to use it. So that's, I wanted to show that off. So let's turn that off. And, you know, this was shot with an f11. So the depth of field is going to be pretty good with that specific lens. Okay, back into here. And we're just going to go ahead, grab an effect, a small vignette, go into our details, sharpen, way too much, bring it down, Shawn, holding down the option key, grabbing the mask, there we go. So that is our before, that's our after. I like that. I like that one a lot. I do like that. Not very often do I say that I like it, but I like it. I'm happy. Okay. I am not seeing any more questions. So, I am gonna call it a day. Thank you for being here. We kind of talked about a little bit of everything. We got into a whole bunch of stuff. Finally got into some editing and Lightroom, and we discovered that Lightroom is not boring. Why? Why? Why would you do that? Oliver, Michelle, you are so welcome. Jack and I are going to be streaming in less than 2 hours on the Firefly Discord, so if you're around, but I was told it is. That's funny, General. That's funny. So if you're around and you want to jump in, we are going to be doing the most horrific stream today. Spelling. Which, if you want a quick tip, in Adobe Firefly, if you're trying to get the spelling correctly, take it into Express. Take it into Illustrator. Take it into Photoshop. Yes, Michelle, spelling again. I think this is like the 5th stream that we've done on spelling. Trying to get Firefly to spell things properly. And here's the thing. And okay, little rant. This is my stream, so it's okay. And I'd probably say this on the Firefly stream too. But you don't get to choose the font. You don't get to choose, like if you say that you're building an Art Deco building and blah 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 and you want a name on it, is it actually going to grab an Art Deco font, or is it going to grab Comic Sans? You don't know. Why would you make a building? I mean, why? You know, oh, that is not what I wanted. Hold on. That's the actual, whoops, that's the stream. I don't want the stream.
Hi, it's Glenn again. As you can see, I got the Easter Ogre job.
Oh, wait, it's back here. Here. Like, all right, I'm building a building. I generated this building in a specific landscape, a specific style building, and then I added the sign on top of it, use generative fill, and then why would I expect it to spell Easter Incorporated? Why? No, you take it into Photoshop. You pick the font you want. You put it in. That's why you learn the skills of Photoshop, so you can actually make the things match. The ability to build a building is insignificant to the power of the Force. I didn't build a building, I generated a building. I mean, isn't the Force just generating? You're just generating stuff. General. Generator. Okay. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Today was a lot of fun. Got through some photos. There's some things that in the future, I'm thinking about, I've got going on in my head. One of them is starting season 2 for Relink. I have no guests asked yet, but I'm thinking about getting that up and started. Also kicking around in my head is the possibility of another challenge coming up. I'm going to be going on vacation shortly, so again, not sure if we're going to start anything new right away. So we may be just jumping around and stuff for a while. But that's kind of the plan. So thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your day. I will be seeing you, if not on the Firefly Discord, I'll see you in Adobe Live. So everybody stay safe. Another vacation. It's good to be the ambassador. It's good to have a Mrs. Shawn that says my birthday is coming up and I want to go to Ireland. And I said, okay. And then she said, your birthday's coming up, so where do you want to go? And thankfully we didn't pick anything because we've got tickets to a concert, a symphony in a castle up here. So, all right. Let's see. Frank, have a great day. Barbara, thank you so much. Michelle says, relink and new challenge. Nice. Yes. Where was I? Okay, everybody stay safe, stay creative, and just be nice. I'll see you around. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.